Things just keep getting worse for the Democrats. The latest blow to their ego was when President Trump was greeted with a standing ovation at the U.S. Open in deep blue New York City. Democrats online and in the mainstream media are already lying. They're already in overdrive trying to spin this, and they're claiming that President Trump was booed. Well, we'll get to that in a moment. But the worst part for them was that there were actually protesters outside of the U.S. Open trying to encourage everyone going in to boo President Trump, and obviously their efforts failed big time.
Trump must go now!
Trump must go now!
Boo Trump today!
Boo Trump today!
Boo Trump today!
Boo Trump today!
November 5th, come to D.C.
November 5th, come to D.C.
Boo Trump today!
Boo Trump today!
Trump must go now!
Trump must go now!
Trump must go now!
Trump must go now!
Boo Trump today!
I mean, sure, there were a few people fist bumping in agreement, but the vast majority of people were silent. They were ignoring them as they were walking to the tennis match. I'm sure most of you have driven and have seen protesters by the side of the road with signs saying, honk for Trump, honk for Harris, honk for Israel, honk for Gaza, whatever their mission is. And you'll see cars, you'll hear cars just honking all over the place, yet here, just total silence because people just weren't having it. Don't forget, deep blue, New York City, right? 68% voted for Kamala Harris in last year's election. So essentially, 7 in 10 people should be against President Trump, yet hardly anyone acknowledged them at all. Now, one of the key claims that Democrats are already spreading online is that President Trump was booed during the national anthem. Now, I'm about to play the clip, and sure, you can hear a few boos, but to me, it sounds like overwhelming cheers and maybe a few whoop whoops. Let me know what you think. Look, I'm not going to pull a mainstream media and gaslight you and say he wasn't booed at all. Yes, there were boos there. This is New York City. Of course, he's going to be booed by a few people. But again, when you consider that 68% voted for Kamala Harris, that was quite the warm welcome, both when he walked in during the national anthem, during the commercial break, which I'll play later on. In a city as blue as New York, you would expect a lot more of a brutal reaction. Well, the mainstream media is already going into overdrive trying to spin this. Take a look at this headline from the New York Times. Trump is met with mostly boos at U.S. Open as security delays a match. Again, did that sound like mostly boos in either of those clips? The Rolling Stone got even worse. U.S. Open crowd booed Trump repeatedly. Well, Reuters actually was really fair with their headline because they raised an excellent point here. Because the booing, sure, a lot of it was likely political, but let's be honest, not everyone follows politics like we do. If you watch the channel, obviously you're passionate about politics, passionate about the country, passionate and just are hungry for news and you want the latest headlines. But not everyone is a politico. Not everyone pays attention to current events. So pay attention to this headline. Security delays frustrate fans at U.S. Open as Trump receives mixed reaction. So yes, it was mixed. I would say it was mostly positive, but yeah, mixed is technically correct. But the security delays, Trump is the second living president. I mean, obviously he has to be living, second president to attend the U.S. Open. And because of his attendance, they had Secret Service there. So they had more security than usual. And the game was actually delayed by 30 minutes. So yes, some people booing him probably because of politics, but for those who don't follow current events, for those who don't follow the news, imagine you're just a hardcore tennis fan and you're excited for the game, and this game, which is like the Super Bowl of tennis, gets delayed. You've been waiting for this moment for weeks, if not all year, and now you have to wait an extra 30 minutes because of all the security. You were standing in line for hours going through the security. Yeah, maybe you were in a bad mood and you're going to boo. So I thought that was a great point to bring up. Now, the Democrat influencers who are spreading this narrative, and by the way, I'm going to get to why this matters. It's because a lot of people don't trust polling. Both Republicans and Democrats have issues with the polling when it comes to President Trump's approval rating. But the Democrat influencers online are spreading this clip, which is pretty dishonest, right? Because you can make something sound like overwhelming boos if you have your phone, you're recording the crowd, and the person recording is booing right next to your phone. And you can clearly hear that's what's happening in this clip that's going viral on left-wing social media. Yeah, so the people around him obviously booing, and it just gives it that impression that the entire stadium is booing President Trump. That, by the way, was also during the national anthem, as you could tell based on the flag down on the court. Well, a lot of this matters because people on both sides don't trust the polls. According to the Real Clear Politics polling average, President Trump is 6.3 percentage points underwater. You can see quite the range of polls, mostly showing Trump underwater, but a few like the Daily Mail and RMG Research show that Trump has a higher approval rating. Now, I did point out here, Morning Consult and I, TIPP, which were the most accurate polls in last year's election. They both predicted that Trump would win. They actually have Trump doing pretty well, only -4, -5. And even if you don't believe the polls, it's important to recognize that the polls this time around actually show President Trump is more popular at this point in his term than he was the first time around. So even if you don't like the polls, I think the trend lines here are very clear. And if Trump wasn't brutally booed again in deep blue New York City, I think that shows you that, hey, people are willing to give him a shot. Maybe they like what he's doing. Maybe they have mixed feelings on his policies, but it's not as though they're rabid Democrats or rabid leftists like MS Now and online influencers like Brian Tyler Cohen and the Krasenstein brothers would have you believe. Well, during the commercial break, they actually showed President Trump on the Jumbotron, and the entire stadium started roaring for him. But before I show that clip, I would like to acknowledge RL1401. Thank you so much for your generous gift. Shine on 83, Dr. K, Chase Your Dreams, Listen to You, Jenda Monero, always great to see you, Killer Grandma. I mean, so many people here I recognize. Jeremy 2001 Happy, all of you, thank you so much. These are people who give tips and super thanks to the channel. And for those of you who give specifically for treats for the fur babies, yes, I get treats just for them when you put that note there, and the cats actually ran out of a few treats, so it's just perfect timing all around. But during the commercial break, they put Trump on the screen. And again, like, the game isn't going on. The stadium is more filled because everyone has come in through security. And you would think that, hey, maybe now it's going to be even more mixed or maybe even more boos as New Yorkers are filling in. But nope, overwhelming cheers. Keep in mind that as the camera was panning around, you could actually see people standing up. So yes, he did get a standing ovation there. And then last but not least, there's actually a clip of people with MAGA hats throwing them to President Trump. He signs them and throws them back. Why would, if you hate President Trump, why would you want him to sign something for you, right? The fact that he was signing things tells you that a lot of people there do support him. I'm actually going to have to turn the sound down just because I don't want to get a copyright claim for this song. But yeah, you see people holding up their hats, they're throwing them to him, he signs them and throws them back. Well, speaking of sports, baseball is in full swing. You may have seen the clip of the oh boy, it's the Monday scaries, right? Of the crazy Karen, I actually like that. The crazy Karen, who, if you haven't seen the clip, basically what happened was a dad got the baseball for his son, and she approached them and basically stole it, took it back, and like, who steals a baseball from a kid? Just absolutely ridiculous. Well, there actually is an update to this, a happy story that not everyone has seen, so I wanted to share the original clip as well as this really awesome thing that the Phillies did.
The ball hit the fan. Oh, the Phillies fan came in and he stole it from another Phillies fan. Oh, she can't believe it. Whoa.
Oh, easy.
Oh, yeah. Yup. We have a little infighting here.
You know, he did give it to who I would assume is his son, maybe.
Okay.
Did give it to the youngster.
This lady's got to get it under control. Look at the girl in the background. In the left-hand side of the screen, she's laughing. All right. Ugh. What is going on?
Hey guys, well, I'm out here in the outfield and you hear all those cheers. That's all the fans are very excited because the Marlins, what we caught on our, television screens, on our cameras, guys, was a kid his home run ball being taken away from him. So the Marlins wanted to make sure that he had a little prize pack and some baseballs to make up for the incident that we caught a little bit earlier on our game. So you see the young man's very excited. He's got a baseball there for both himself and his sister, as well as a goodie bag full of other goodies here, guys. So again, really good to see, and you see the fans all around here in the outfield. They're cheering. They're very excited that this young man has been given a baseball.
There you go. See
very
that?
Cool by the Marlins.
Listen,
very, very nice gesture.
This is good stuff. Good things happen to good
great.
people.
I mean, great job.
A tip of the cap to them. That is fabulous. Oh, look at that. That's great. See, even Phillies fans we can all get along with, huh?
Some brands go woke and others go family friendly. You just love to see it. As always, though, all of this is just my analysis and commentary. That is what's going on in the world of politics from my point of view, and I would love to hear from you. So, the mainstream media is claiming that President Trump was brutally booed at the U.S. Open, but I would like your input. What would you say the breakdown is? Like, 100%, like, do you think he was booed? Like, what's the breakdown of people you think, percentage-wise, who were cheering for President Trump versus booing President Trump? Let me know your breakdown down in the comments below. If I had to guess, like if, I don't know, if this were a grade and we were being tested on this, I would guess it was probably 65% cheered for him and then 35% booing. Do you think it's closer to 50-50 or higher one way or the other? Again, let me know your prediction. I'd love to see what everyone heard. We saw there, 1, 2, 3, 4 different clips of the crowd. So hopefully that's enough data points to be able to make a prediction or make an analysis. Let me know what you think. If you haven't already, please be sure to leave me a thumbs up. I know it's a simple thing to ask for, but it really does help me reach more viewers like you in the algorithm. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and to check out one of these videos.